What's going on, people? What's going on? Man, that's your guy, Jesus Hawthorne. I'd like to welcome y'all to Talk That Talk 254. Hey, man, today's show, we're calling this Walking in the Land of the Unforgiven. The Unforgiven. Man, let me explain to y'all what I'm talking about, man. I'm going to go ahead and get straight to it. A lot of NFL fans, including myself, especially myself, man, we still upset about what happened to Shador. And, you know, it came down to the conclusion, hey, man, we believe that, matter of fact, was that Boomin Esiason done said that a lot of the GMs was told to take a Shador name off the board. And I had a feeling that's what happened due to the drop of the talent that was selected in front of him, especially in his position. And man, owners, y'all got to be careful, man. That was real unnecessary cocky move that y'all did right there. That was absolutely unnecessary, right? But I see that y'all wanted to send a message. But man, I'm trying to tell you, messages can get sent back from the fans or just off the top, nigga, just bad energy. Just bad energy and bad things just happen to you because you trying to make a point. Check this out. I still haven't forgave Texas Longhorns. I still haven't forgave Texas Longhorns when because I used, I'm from Waco, Texas, man, Northside, Parksideville, lived in U7, G5, whatever. And at the time, man, Baylor, they sucked, man. Matter of fact, let me go. Ain't no way to play around it, man. Baylor wasn't it at that time, man. It was, man. I remember you can get free tickets to go to Baylor games. You know what I'm saying? People was like literally giving away tickets at school. So growing up, I was always a UT fan. Like I couldn't wait for UT to come to Waco so I can watch UT play, type stuff, right? But that changed. That changed at this one particular time when I believe politics was picked over the competitor. People play politics versus the best competitor. And at my age, at that age of the youth, this was the first time I seen it. It was when UT had a quarterback by the name of Major Applewhite. Major Applewhite. And they sat Major Applewhite down for Chris Sims. And anybody that sit back with an eye, you could tell that ain't no way in the world that Chris Sims, and for those who don't know who Chris Sims is, that is the Super Bowl winning from the New York Giants, Phil Sims' son. And, so the kid came in with a lot of hype from college. And from high school, he did that, and he was coming to Texas. And we're like, oh, okay, cool. He can sit behind Major, let Major do his thing because Major was slinging the ball. That boy, he was still slinging the ball. So when Chris Sims came in and he saw what he was doing, you can clearly see that Chris Sims was not better than Major Applewhite. Do people believe maybe his projection, he could have been better or whatever the case may be? Potentially. But he still needed to grow. At that time as a freshman, he was not better than Major Applewhite. Only thing it was is his daddy was Phil Sims. Now, in regarding of the Shador incident, okay, his daddy was prime. But Shador, hands down, was at the lowest, the number 2 quarterback of that draft. And then politics stepped in. Something that has nothing to do with how your performance on the field was. This is the second time in the scene, right? So for Texas, that was my first time as a fan. Now the second time, and Colt McCoy and his daddy is still in the land of unforgiveness. because of what they did at that BCS Championship game versus Alabama. Yeah, let's talk about it, man. We're gonna talk that talk today, because right now with Colt McCoy, man, I'll sting you, boy. I'll sting you, because ain't no way in the world in the BCS National Championship game you gonna sit there and get that little bump on your back and act like you can't come back in the game. I knew it was a problem when I seen the boy daddy. Excuse my language. Feel like I'm talking to family, and all of y'all ain't family. Some of y'all family, all of y'all ain't family. But let me conduct myself and my verbiage a little bit better. When I saw his daddy jump from the stands and go into the locker room, because at the time Colt McCoy, and he was a baller. He was a baller. He was projected to be the number one pick of the draft or somewhere along them lines. And then he didn't come back in that second half. And everybody saw the hit. And that hit at that time when people was able to take quarterback's head off, at that 2010, and you can almost take a quarterback head clean smooth off his body, man. And it was good. You know what I'm saying? That little bump that he got in his back, that little hit, it didn't appear to cause that type of damage, man. But when that brother didn't come back that second half, I feel like stinging that boy. Oh, I ain't forgave. You still in the land of unforgiveness, Colt. I know we tried to move on, but every time I see you, I just want to sting you. But it didn't stop there for Texas. It didn't stop there for Texas, not for me, right? Because they messed around and put in a true freshman, Garrett Gilbert, a true freshman, in the national championship game when they had a sophomore by the name of Sherrod Harris, a black quarterback. Sherrod, 6'3", 215 pounds. That's what he's listed on the brochure. He was a sophomore out of Arlington, Texas. I can almost guarantee you that the boy can scramble. I can guarantee you he knew more plays than Gilbert. But the thing about Gilbert was his daddy was a former NFL quarterback. His daddy was a professional backup. His daddy played 8 years in the NFL. And I believe, once again, this was a situation where you chose politics over playing. Because when Gilbert was in, you can tell that the playbook got small. The playbook got small, man. The brother only had like so many plays that you can tell that he can execute comfortably. And don't think that Nick Saban on the other side, on the other side of the football field, and him and his defensive coordinators didn't recognize that. I mean, at that time, man, I don't know who, Mac Brown was the head coach. I don't know who made the call, whether it was upstairs or whether it was down there with the coaches, but I felt like stinging the whole coaching staff. Like, why in the world you got this true freshman in the national championship game? He ain't even got enough reps. He ain't got enough reps, man. I ain't been the same since. But in history, this been going on. And if y'all don't quit, y'all gonna mess around and be in the land of unforgiven. And not just unforgiven by fans, just by energy, brother. Just by negative energy. Another team, I always been a diehard Cowboy fan, period. But at the same time, I knew that my team ain't up to par. So from a distance, you kind of root for somebody else. Man, you know what? If I can't make it, man, I definitely like to see y'all make it. That's how I operate as a fan. Not so much cheering. I ain't bought no jerseys. I ain't bought none of that type of stuff. But you be like, hey, man, I see y'all doing y'all thing, man. I hope y'all get it. You know a team that was like that for me? Oh, man, Minnesota Vikings, man. When they had Randell Cunningham in that 1998 season, you had Randall Cunningham, you had Randy Moss, Chris Carter, Jake Reed, and then you had Robert Smith as the running back. Man, talking about the greatest show on turf. But brother, that was the greatest show on turf. Randall Cunningham had a career high 34 touchdowns, 106 passer rating, leading the league. Man, they lost to Atlanta Falcons by a field goal in overtime in the NFC Championship game. Literally right there, right on the cusp. So Randall at the time, especially at that time, he would be considered kind of long in the tooth, but the boy was balling. He was healthy. He was balling. He was right there. Guess what Minnesota do the next year? They went and got Dante Culpepper. Instead of sitting Dante Culpepper down, they put Dante Culpepper in the game over Randell Cunningham, just because Randell Cunningham was a little bit older. The dude was seasoned. You know, he done came from Philadelphia. He done went to Minnesota, and you know he ain't even scrambling as much as he used to. He just got that. He still got that rocket of an arm, and he was putting that joke on the money. From Chris Carter, Jake Reed, and Randy Moss, man, he was swinging that rock, man. He was throwing it, man. He hit the ball on fire, and Minnesota took it out of his hands. Minnesota took it out of his hands, and guess what? To this day, Minnesota ain't recovered, man. And Atlanta Unforgiven. They got to figure out how to make it right. No different than the Cowboys. It took Cowboys forever and a day to put Jimmy Johnson in the ring, in a ring of honor. It's gonna take a minute, man. You can't just, you know, they just did it. Cowboys been in Atlanta Unforgiven since. Unforgiven. NFL, keep playing. Keep playing, man. You gonna mess around and put yourself in Atlanta Unforgiven, what you did with Shador. And all the teams, especially the Saints. Especially the Saints. Let me say that again. Especially the Saints. Now, I can understand, you know, why the Saints did what they done. You know, it ain't no secret. We all know y'all want good old boy Arch Manning. And guess what? That's a baller. And if you rather wait to get Arch, then cool. But don't play with your fans the way y'all did, dog. Getting that quarterback that y'all got out of Louisville, no disrespect to the young man. I'm glad you made it to the NFL. Your dream done came true. But if they was really trying to build a team for Arch, which most people believe they are, they should have went on and got an offensive lineman. They should have went on and got a significant piece that, you know, that's going to make y'all competitive now to help build the team for Arch. That's the honest God truth. If you're not going to pick Shador, you should have grabbed you a piece that's going to build for Arch. Don't sit here and try to feed y'all fans this bullcorn. And even worse, you know, to putting this quarterback in a bad situation. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, man, y'all draft them in the second round. You know, a early second rounder is no different than than basically like a first rounder. On the cool, it's like an extension, especially when it comes to talent. Y'all expect this boy to play. So, hey, man, I don't know what to tell y'all. Y'all gonna mess around and put yourself in the Unforgiven, and hey, that is what it is, man. Hey, don't get mad. Hey, don't be trying to shoot the shots at me. Don't shoot the messenger, baby. I'm just telling you what it is, man, and it is historic. And it's a historic. So, man, for the people out there, man, that might be watching this show, and this conversation might spark a memory that maybe you done had of a team, a franchise, somebody who done made a move that, you know, that wasn't necessary, and created bad juju for the organization or for the person. Man, do me a favor, man. Put it in the comments, man. Matter of fact, like and share. Because who done what, man, that done put them in the land of unforgiveness, you know, in regarding of sports, man, that you like, you know what, dog, this joker right here, he's still in the land of unforgiveness, man. Still in the land of unforgiveness. I done gave you mine. Do me a favor, man. Tell me yours. Tell me the situation and the circumstance, whether the team done did X, Y, Z, or ownership did X, Y, Z. Somebody did something They put them in the land of unforgiveness. And that's talking about just off the energy. Like things just ain't been right since this happened. And you know what, man? I ain't looked at that the same since that happened. And they literally like in the land of unforgiveness, like a mug. So I kind of gave you my version, man. And yeah, man, Texas Longhorns, boy, y'all let me down twice. Sitting my boy Major Applewhite down unnecessarily. Threw in Chris Sims. That didn't go well, for a minute. Then of course, Vince Young came in and did his thing. But then after Vince came and went, because that was like the high of high. That Vince kind of saved a lot of people from maintaining being a Texas fan. That team, man, that was glorious. That was the glorious years right there. Then later down the line, man, the thing what happened with Colt McCoy, then y'all put in a true freshman over Sherrod Harris in the national championship game. Man, come on, dog. Come on. And that only because that boy Gilbert, his daddy played 8 years in the NFL as a professional backup. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If you're a backup, hey, man, you in the NFL and you getting the job done and teams willing to pay you. But in regarding of the talent on the field, that freshman wasn't ready, man. That freshman wasn't better than that sophomore Sherrod, man. And like, nah, man, he wasn't, bro. He wasn't. And you could tell by the brother only knew so many plays in the playbook, man. So, and that was tough. That was tough, man. That was tough, and it ain't been right since, bro. And then, I'm gonna talk about it. Hold up. I'm gonna talk about it. A lot of people feel that Arch should have been starting over Quin Ewers. They believe that not putting Arch in potentially could have cost them a national championship this past season. Yeah, there's people talking about it, man. They want to smack the mess out of somebody, man. Especially for the seniors for Texas or people that was playing at that time before they were about to go into the draft, man. Hey, they solidified their position. They did what they had to do, man. They was ready to win now, man. But unfortunately, with the quarterback play, hey, and that's just the truth, man. That's just the truth. Some people feel that Arch was better than Quin. And at times when Arch stepped in, he proved and showed that, hey, man, he got something now. But the politics of the situation, people kept Quin in. Say, hey, if somebody basically made the decision, if we're going into the national championship, Quin go take us there. And that's the end of the conversation, which kind of messed with the competitive spirit of the fans, of the locker room. I know people talking about it because if I'm talking about it, I know they talking about it. But in the end, I guess some people are like, well, screw it, man. I'm just going to, take my talents to the NFL and I ain't going to speak on it or whatever the case may be and go on about their business. But talking about the opportunity lost. Oh, man, make you want to slap out of somebody. But hey, man, that's my show today, man. It's your guy, man, Jesus Hawthorne. Just talk that talk. And hey, man, I just want y'all to enjoy the rest of y'all afternoon, man. Y'all stay blessed over there. Peace.